FIVEAA Mornings with Graeme Goodings.
Welcome to On the Road with Ned McHenry. Thanks to Travel Auctions.
And back for another year, it's Ned McHenry with On the Road. On the Road with Ned McHenry. Ned, how are you?
Certainly is. Good morning, Graeme. I tell you what, I will say one thing. With so much craziness going on in the world, and I will call it craziness, Graeme, I am very happy to be waking up in sleepy old South Australia this morning with all of our beautiful regions. I think we live in the best place in the world. Simple as that.
No question about that. And I'm very pleased to welcome to the studio, because this is a segment brought to you by Travel Auctions, Celeste Ford-Spriggs. Celeste, good morning to you.
Good morning, Graeme. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, have a good new year.
Always lovely, especially in summer in South Australia. It's always nice to enjoy the outdoors and a bit of warmth.
You don't have to go away, do you, when you live in a place like this and have weather like we're having at the moment?
Exactly right. It's nice to see those beaches open up again and get everyone out exploring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Travel Auctions, that's what it says, and those that aren't aware of it, fill us in.
Yeah, so Travel Auctions, we're a South Australian owned and operated business. We've been around for over 33 years now, and we allow customers to travel at a price that suits their budget. So it is as simple as bidding a price that you want to pay, and they're valid for 12 months. So what's great about Travel Auctions is you have flexibility. Majority of our packages are valid for up to 12 months, and there's a variety of areas. We really cover the whole of Australia, but in South Australia particularly, we've got product everywhere in all regions, from houseboats, powered sites, hotels, motels, cruises, everything. We've got a lot of variety for everybody. So it's as simple as just heading online, travelauctions.com.au. We've just launched a new website, which is looking amazing. So if you've got any questions, our team in the office are always willing to help. But travelauctions.com.au has everything in one place.
The travel industry has been going through a bit of a struggle recent times with the algal bloom and the like. How has that impacted you?
Actually, Graeme, the great thing about Travel Auctions and why we've been able to be around for so long is we help operators in times of need. So we're helping them sell their off-peak travel times. So at the moment, obviously, given the algal bloom and the pressures of that around the regions, we've had really high demand from operators. So if you did go onto our website, you will see there is a lot of product, because they've really come to us to say, help me. At the moment, people have been a little bit tentative to travel to those regions, but they're actually more than open and ready to explore. So that's been really great for Travel Auctions, but also for our customers, because we're getting Australians out, seeing the regions at an affordable rate at a price that they choose. So it's really a win-win for everybody. It's nice to see the demand, but also getting people out traveling, and it's great. Like, what better way to start the year than travel?
Well,
I think everyone gets that.
I
think everyone gets that itch after Christmas, thinking about what's next, what can I plan for. So I think Travel Auctions, after especially the bank looking a little low over Christmas, it's a great place to start.
Yeah, and it's a South Australian company.
Exactly.
All
Support local, supporting local.
Good on you, Celeste. Thanks for dropping by. And Ned, I just can't wait for you to tell us where we're heading this week.
We do a different region kind of every week, don't we? So we get right around the state, but today's all about the Coonawarra. So I call it the wine region without the crowds, because I think that's what it is. There's a lot of attention on McLaren Vale and the Barossa, clearly, and for good reason. But the Coonawarra, for me, is a bit of a sleeping giant, particularly with some of their reds. Now, I'm not a wine connoisseur, Graeme, but I can enjoy a nice glass down at the Coonawarra. I think some of their wine is underrated, and I think some of their beautiful historic pubs with nice fireplaces and bits and pieces are underrated too. So I think it's a good region to highlight. Yeah,
and certainly their wine shouldn't be underrated. I mean, they're world class. There's no question about that. You know, they can stand alongside the best wines that the nation produces.
But when someone flies over from Sydney, how often would they say to you, Graeme, we're heading to the Coonawarra as their first option?
Well, I mean, it's a hard act to follow. You've got the Barossa and the Southern Vales and, Clare Valley and, some great wineries. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
But they're close by. The Coonawarra is a bit further, and that probably is not. That's why it's not front of mind.
Yeah, true. I think it's just a great place throughout the whole year too. And obviously the wonderful thing about Travel Auctions is you can book the accommodation and get it at a really good price, and you don't have to stay there straight away. So it might be something that you decide in June, get the fire cranking and do a little weekend getaway down there at that time of the year. I think the Coonawarra is beautiful throughout the whole year, whereas other regions, potentially, you might not want to go there when it's as hot or as cold. And I think the Coonawarra is really well rounded. So we're going to talk about some of the different tourism kind of options down there and some of the historic things down at the Coonawarra, because there is lots to see.
Yeah. And if you're listening and you're a visitor to the Coonawarra area, the region, or you live down there, tell us what is the major appeal, what you love about the place. what keeps you coming back. Is it the wine? Is it the company? Is it the surrounds? Is it the attractions?
Yeah.
You're going to tell us about some of the attractions.
Definitely. I did a bit of reading, Graeme, and this is the great thing I love about our listeners, because they're a lot smarter than me, and they seem to educate us every week on this segment around different history of towns and regions. Now, I did some reading. Mary McKillop, do you know much about this? She was a bit of a pioneer in education and accessible education. Is that right, Graeme? Do you know much about that?
Didn't she become our first saint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's any locals down there who could give us a bit of a history on that, because I know there's a walking trail which I've done, and you kind of go through and learn a little bit about the history. But she was a bit of a social reformer, I think, and was quite a famous pioneer in South Australia. So there's walking trails in different areas that are, you learn all about that, which is great. And as I mentioned, some of the pubs and little wine kind of doors down there are brilliant too. Great for a kind of weekend away.
Yeah, and these are the sort of things that you don't need to be super fit. It's not like you're rock climbing, mountain climbing, or skiing or something like that. I mean, you can do it at your own pace.
Yeah. And you could build a weekend itinerary out as well. If you wanted to do the Coonawarra and then head further south or down the southeast after that, you could go to Robe and bits and pieces. So it's a bit of, kind of your gateway to all of that as well, isn't it? Good beaches and stuff down there as well with Kingston and Cape Jaffa, which we always talk about.
Yeah, and Penola, historic township, there's so much to see there.
Yeah.
Relive the history of the area.
You're a bit of a fan. I know you love the Riverlands a lot, but you're a bit of a fan of Penola as well in that area too, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know a lot about it, so don't put me to the test. I need to go back there again.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely part of the world.
Yeah.
Unique.
Well, we'd always love your calls. If anyone can kind of brief us a little bit or brief our listeners on Mary McKillop, I've done some reading. I think it's a really great story and a really great piece of South Australian history, and obviously based down there. So if you are lucky enough to get this escape, what a wonderful opportunity to learn a little bit more about that.
I see that you can ride the Coonawarra wine region by e-bike.
Yeah.
Now, that's a little bit less physical than a standard bike, so an e-bike sounds like a way to go.
If you're at a bike rental place, Graeme, are you choosing an e-bike or are you choosing a traditional bike?
Probably an e-bike.
Yeah,
probably. My bike riding days have long since gone. I'll wear out after 5 minutes. It's all right for you young, fit blokes.
No, why make things harder if they don't have to? You're going to be one of these hooligans on an e-bike that the police are chasing around the city, Graeme.
No, I'll stick within the limits. I'm not going to take the risk.
Yeah. Is there anything particular about the area that you love, Celeste? When people are lucky enough to get an accommodation package down in this area, what do you kind of see them doing and enjoying?
Well, I think it is that wine region. There's so many great cellar doors down that way. But, the scenery, like South Australia has so much to offer. But as you said, those walking trails, there's beautiful vineyards. Do you know what I do love about these regional towns especially is the operators are so willing to help and also guide you on what's the best and local knowledge. I think there's always something new and exciting to explore that maybe the internet can't actually tell us. So I know that this accommodation that we've got coming up this week, they are a wonderful operator and they love getting to know their customers and guiding them to those new little hidden gems around the place.
Yeah. And what's this hot wine tub experience? Celeste, am I hearing that you can go and sit in a warm wine tub?
You sure can.
That sounds bizarre.
Just me.
What a tub full of wine.
2026, the new way to immerse yourself.
After footy's finished now, Graeme, I'll have a rashy on in that bath. I won't be letting anyone see my body in there in a wine tub. My goodness.
I've never heard of that. So,
well, maybe the wine tub and the Coonawarra is better for you than the coastal beach getaway.
I'll be having a rashy on wherever I go these days, Graeme. The skin folds of...
I just want to see the photos. 82230000 if you know about the warm wine tub. I'd like to know more about it. Or you have something to do with the Coonawarra region, you'd like to share the stories with us, give us a call, 82230000, the number. You're listening to On the Road with Ned McHenry, thanks to Travel Auctions.
Buying, selling, leasing, renting. When it comes to real estate, the right advice can save you thousands. Every Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m, the expert team from Toop and Toop join us for Real Estate Radio. We'll get the right advice from Adelaide's most awarded real estate firm. And for some individual advice, you can call the Real Estate Lounge after the show from 2:30. Join Stacey Lee and the expert team from Toop and Toop every Wednesday afternoon from 2 o'clock on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Your summer escape starts at Camper Agent RV Supercentre. Explore incredible deals on leading brands like Winnebago, Windsor, Kia, Andrea and Design RV. Caravans, camper vans and motorhomes, new and pre-owned, ready for immediate delivery. Whether you're planning a quick weekend getaway or an epic cross-country adventure, there's never been a better time to buy. With trusted brands and friendly experts ready to help, Camper Agent makes it easy to hit the road this summer. Visit Camper Agent RV Supercentre, Parafield Gardens and start your summer adventure today.
From the creators of the hit show 27 Club comes 2016, premiering this Adelaide Fringe. With music from David Bowie, Prince, Leonard Cohen, George Michael and more, this electric live show reclaims the year that legends were lost and history was made. With iconic songs brought to life by an all-star band featuring Dusty Lee Stevenson, Jaron Jay and Kylie Ordus from the Bamboos. 2016 at the Fantail Gluttony, Feb 19 to March 9. Tickets are selling fast, so get yours now at adelaidefringe.com.au.
Are you dreaming of a holiday? Travel Auctions have been sending South Australians on holidays since 1992. Ned, what are we bidding on today?
This one's exciting. What about a limestone coast escape at the Penola Coonawarra Caravan Park? So you can enjoy either 3 nights in glamping tents, which is pretty groovy, Graeme, or 10 nights on a powered site that can be booked consecutively, or split it to 2 5-night stays. So you've got so much flexibility. Plus, you'd be welcomed with a bottle of local wine on arrival. So that's fantastic.
Sounds good.
You'll be minutes from the world-famous Coonawarra cellar doors, scenic trails, as we've mentioned, and everything the Limestone Coast is famous for. Normally an offering like this would be about $655 for the glamping tents and $425 for the powered sites. But the beauty of Travel Auctions, you decide the price. So you just bid what you'd be prepared to pay, what you want to pay for it. There's no hidden fees. It's just great deals.
Sounds brilliant. So save on your next getaway. Don't pay full price. Visit travelauctions.com.au. Bid, win, go.
I'm Brett Buckley from Ray White Business Sales. We've been with FIVEAA now for nearly 5 years. We noticed that fairly early, probably within about 4 to 5 months, we started to see some good quality inquiries coming through that were directly from FIVEAA. From our experience, I would highly recommend advertising on radio firstly, but more importantly on FIVEAA. Not just because of the reach, not just because you can get to your target market more effectively, but purely because of the collaborative experience that you'll have in ensuring that your marketing dollar is best spent.
To get your message out there and grow your business, visit fiveaa.com.au and hit the Advertise With Us link.
Take advantage of Kia's summer offers. Check out Kia's popular small SUV, the Kia Seltos. Starting from $33,640 drive away. Style that turns heads. Tech that keeps you connected. All in one small SUV package. Your perfect summer drive is here with the popular Kia Seltos. Find out more at kia.com.au or visit your local Kia dealership today.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
5AA Mornings with Graeme Goodings.
And a very good morning to you. In the studio, we have Ned McHenry. We're on the road with Ned. And where are we today, Ned?
We're in the Coonawarra, Graeme. Well, we are in Hindmarsh Square. We love the Coonawarra.
The magic of radio. We could say we're in the Narracourt Caves.
Yeah. Well,
we are down in the caves, and it's very echoey down here.
I tell you what, it would present some logistical challenges if I had to drag you right around the state and broadcast for 30 minutes in all of the regions that
and
we
then
talk
get
about.
Back in time after the news. Yeah. No, speaking of, I didn't mention the Narracourt Caves then, and we haven't mentioned that. But the Penola area has so much to offer. But I think it's only about 20 minutes away from Penola and the Narracourt Caves, and I think they're on the National Heritage List.
Yep.
800,000 years old. I mean, if you haven't seen them, it's something to behold. They're quite spectacular.
They're fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, and worth a trip on their own.
Yep.
Without seeing anything else.
And you kind of get a guided experience. So you'll have a tour guide who really talks about the history of the caves, and they'll take you through. So it's a really great really great tourism offering because the guides are very knowledgeable. I did it probably 5 months ago. We filmed it for TV. They're just brilliant, like really passionate people about that area. So I'd highly recommend going and doing that, as you said.
Now we have something for a caller, 82230000.
Oh, we do.
If you have a story about Narracourt or the caves or Penola, the best caller between now and 11:30, what do they get?
A $100 travel auctions voucher is up for grabs.
Oh,
Graeme.
brilliant.
So we love your calls. If you've got some history about the area or you love the Coonawarra or you spend some time down there, let us know. $100 travel auctions voucher up for grabs.
Now, Ned, before we go any further, we were talking about wine barrel baths.
Oh, have we got some info on this, do we?
We have Nathan Seal
Oh, fantastic.
from the Penola Coonawarra Caravan Park. Nathan, good morning to you.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Oh, we're good. Now, so tell us, wine barrel baths, what's this all about?
Yeah, so I've got 2 wine barrel baths, and they've been turned into, they're 500-litre baths, and 2 of them have been turned into hot tubs. So fully chlorinated, filtered and heated, and guests from internal or locally can come, jump in the bath, and with a couple, and they also get a free bottle of wine, and they can just sit down and watch the sun go down. So something unique, the only one in South Australia, so something totally unique.
Oh, that sounds great. So you're not actually bathing in wine. It's a hot tub
but
in a wine barrel, effectively.
That's correct. So a lot of people have asked the similar question, but no, it is chlorinated fresh water that's heated to a relaxing temperature, so you can get in there and just relax.
So where did the idea come from?
I've been looking around, something unique for Coonawarra. I've got e-bikes, I've got glamping tents, and I thought, what else can I bring to the region to bring some more people into town? And I thought this is a good attraction, and it's starting to, get some legs virtually and take off.
Proven to be popular.
Very popular. So you can book online, book what time you want from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night in 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and get in there and relax after a long day sampling some of the Coonawarra wines.
Nathan,
way to finish off.
Did I hear correctly that I can jump in there with my partner? I'm not sure 500 litres is going to offer enough space for my partner and I in there together, is it?
No, but there's 2 of them, so side by side.
Oh, okay. She'd probably be happy about that, actually. I think that's probably a good result.
Yeah. So, side by side. So, and it's, we've got facilities next door. It's about 30 metres away where you can have a hot shower after or get changed. So, we've got everything that they need, and people are loving it.
I tell you what, Graeme, if my girlfriend's a little bit cross at me, I think I might go and get on this offering and take her down a beautiful glass of Coonawarra Red, sitting in a little bathtub while I watch the sun go down. I think I might get out of the bad books there, Nathan, if I do that.
Yeah, well, the good thing is we actually you don't even have to look for your wine. So as soon as you rock up, we've got 2 glasses, a bottle of red from Parker Wine Estate, and it's waiting for you and your partner to jump in and, relax and take away the stress.
Oh, stop it. Great idea.
Great idea. Good on you, Nathan. Thanks for having a chat with us.
No worries. Take care.
Nathan Seal, the Penola Coonawarra Caravan Park. So just one of the attractions is having a wine barrel hot tub.
Yeah. So if we're kind of building out an itinerary now with some of this information we've learnt and looking forward to a couple of calls too, that $100 travel auctions voucher is still up for grabs. I'm thinking, Graeme, you cruise on down, something like that for the first night would be brilliant, right? Have a nice glass of red, sit in one of these baths, watch the sun go down. Then you've got the whole next day to explore. So is it a walking trail, or do you decide to jump in the car for 20 minutes and explore Narracourt, go further south and head to Robe and the beautiful beaches there? So as we said, Penola is that kind of gateway to the southeast. If you want to stay in Penola, be my guest. I think there's enough to do there for a weekend without doubt, particularly if you just want to be laid back and cruisy and have a bit of time away from the city. But as we mentioned, it's a gateway to the southeast. So don't think that you're far away from Kingston, Robe and all those kind of areas. There's so much to do. And that Penola Coonawarra Caravan Park is the featured property that we're talking about today. Well, so, there you go. Fantastic. Yep. So there's so much to offer there. And you've told us about the package and what is on offer there. Yep. So that seems to be a really good one. I was just thinking also, you're not far from Robe, I don't think. No. Robe is just a wonderful beach. It's sort of one of the hidden treasures of the southeast, I think. Yeah, I agree, Graeme. I think January is particularly a really busy time down at Robe, but as we get into February, March with really stable wind and nice weather, Robe's a great spot to go to. And a little hint too, the crayfish guys down there have caught so many crayfish this year. It's been a fantastic season, so make sure you just linger around some of the different seafood wholesalers and outlets, because I reckon there's some cheap cray around at the moment with supply. So get your hands on a nice crayfish. That'll be a good lunch. Some of the best cray that you can get in this nation comes from the southeast. There's no question about that. Yeah. And if you get it
straight off the cray boats. I mean, you can't do much better than that.
So good. And they've had a great year. I think it's been pleasing for the Southeast. The cray guys have finally had a little bit better price in terms of the international market opening up a little bit. And I know catch rates have been excellent too. So that industry has responded well from previous tariffs and previous kind of industry pressures.
On the text line, less than half an hour north of the Coonawarra is the Narracourt Caves. Yeah, we mentioned that.
Yep.
And just over half an hour south is Mount Gambier. So, I mean, if you need to sort of go to a more populated area, I mean, Mount Gambier is a lovely little city.
Yep.
You can slip there and, spend half a day there and rip back to the Coonawarra.
Definitely. Yeah, if you are looking to kind of spread your wings a little bit in the southeast, Kilsby Sinkhole is a good attraction too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a wonderful snorkelling site. You can go down there and crystal clear blue water, do some free diving or some snorkelling. That's a great attraction that I know the South Australian Tourism Commission love. But the Blue Lake in Mount Gambier, which is a free attraction, it's a public site, that is just as good.
Oh.
I tell you what. If you want to save your money, just go and jump in that. That's world class. It's world class down there.
People don't believe it. The lake turns blue. Come on, that can't be real. But it does.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It is one of the unique things. And there's so many unique things in the southeast, like the Narracourt Caves.
Absolutely. Yeah, still got that $100 voucher. So Travel Auctions will quickly wrap up the segment shortly. But if you do have kind of an area that you love down there or something you do, we'd love your call shortly before we kind of wrap up our On the Road segment.
And Deb at Wollonga, you've got some comments on Penola? Go ahead.
I absolutely love it. We were down at Kingston recently and we made the trip across. We've stayed at Narracourt Caravan Park and done all of Penola. The town of Penola itself is beautiful. We've always wanted to stay in their caravan park but haven't so far. The Mary McKillop information is amazing. The information centre there is brilliant. The people are so friendly and the cafes are all through there, and there's a great op shop for anyone that's into op shops. But it's just located in the ideal spot to go out and see everything.
Good on you, Deb. Thanks for sharing
Deb. Well done.
your story with us. Danielle, what can you tell us about the southeast?
Oh, good morning, Graeme. My daughter and I have just returned from the most amazing road trip to the southeast, just the two of us. We stayed in a lovely caravan park at Mount Gambier and did Penola, the Mary McKillop Centre, beautiful bakery in Penola, and on that hot day we were down underground in the cave. So
they always stay at a set temperature, don't they? I think it's about 17 degrees, winter or summer. Yeah,
absolutely. It was just the best place to be on that horrible hot day. We had the most amazing guide, and there was only the three of us, so she took us into all these secret chambers, and we had an amazing trip. And we had to stop at the Kingston fish and chip shop on the way back and had a beautiful fish burger. So we had a wonderful trip down the southeast. I haven't been there in years.
Brilliant.
So highly recommend it.
Oh, brilliant, Danielle. What did you learn about Mary McKillop, just for our listeners quickly, Danielle?
Well, I didn't know much about her. I didn't realise that she actually became Australia's first saint after she actually passed away. So the guide took us around and just the history and the little school that she taught out there, and just the history behind what she did, and just and the priest that she worked with and his background as well. I just knew nothing about it. So
that's an amazing story.
Mary Centre there, highly worthwhile.
Good on you, Danielle. Thank you very much. Time is against us. We've got to give away the voucher. We're giving it to Deb. Deb, you've won the $100 voucher.
I think Danielle's a bit stiff, Graham.
Well,
I think Deb's
I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm just doing what I'm told by... You think we...
we can't do two. No, Danielle, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I think you're very stiff. I think that was a very informative call, but Deb was equally as great. So, Graham, you're the boss. I agree.
I'm just... I'm a puppet on a string. What my producer tells me to do, I do. But anyway, thank you for everyone taking part. Ned, thank you for being with us again today.
That's us. I wonder where we're off to next week.
I can't wait to find out. You've been listening to On the Road with Ned McHenry, thanks to Travel Auctions. Dreaming of a bargain holiday? Bid the price you want to pay. TravelAuctions.com.au. Bid, win, go.
FIVEAA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Nordic Design Furniture, crafting bespoke premium luxury furniture by hand right here in South Australia for 54 years. FIVEAA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good morning, Mel Usher with the news headlines. Australia's unemployment rate has dropped to 4.1% in December. There's been an emergency evacuation at Parliament House in Canberra after an electrical fault sparked a fire. The US president has dropped his threats of tariffs on European countries, claiming an agreement has been struck on Greenland. And in sport, play is underway on day 5 of the Australian Open. The FIVEAA forecast sunny and 27 today. Right now it's 21 degrees. We'll have more news at midday on FIVEAA, always Adelaide.
When you book a hearing test with Can Do Hearing, you'll be seen by an accredited audiologist. Can Do Hearing is South Australian, and we're not owned by a hearing aid manufacturer. This means we only recommend what's going to work for you, and your options are almost endless. Plus the extra bonus, our profits go to Can Do for Kids, supporting local kids living with hearing and vision loss. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing today. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. Head to the Excelsior Hotel every Thursday and get $10 off steaks. The Excelsior Hotel, 110 Colgan Street, Brompton. Feels like coming home, but better.
Are you dreaming of a holiday? Travel Auctions have been sending South Australians on holiday since 1992. Ned, what are we bidding on today?
Oh, Graeme, I'm excited about this. It's a limestone coast escape at Penola Coonawarra Caravan Park. And we've just heard from 2 listeners just how good it is if you get on the road and do something like this. So please, get excited because I think it's a great offering. You can enjoy either 3 nights in glamping tents or 10 nights on a powered site that can be booked consecutively, or split it into 2 5-night stays for even more flexibility. You'll be welcomed with a bottle of local wine on arrival, which is great. You're just minutes away from the world-famous Coonawarra cellar doors, scenic trails, and everything the Limestone Coast is known for. So the pricing normally, it'd be about $655 for the glamping tents, $425 for the powered sites. But with Travel Auctions, you decide the price. It's what you're prepared to pay. Just bid what you want to pay. There's no hidden fees, just great deals.
Sounds great. Save on your next getaway and don't pay full price. Visit travelauctions.com.au. Bid, win, go.
They live in filth, bins and excrement. They carry disease and they want to suck your blood. Flies and mosquitoes. Oh, that's no way to live. And it doesn't have to be. With Phantom retractable screens, up to 9 metres wide, they can screen almost anything. Protect your family with Phantom retractable screens. phantomscreens.com.au.
Always live. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA mornings with Graeme Goodings.